who is apparently holed up in one of the caves over there. So we sent our armies north, and after a bit of maneuvering, we eventually got into a couple fights, most of which were won by our side, I think. And the two important ones against the Ice Queen, Zacharias just used all his power at his disposal, sending the Void Dragons and whatnot, fireballs and those things against the Ice Queen in like round 1, blowing up half the army in that moment. And then from there on it was just Eisenmark against the Ice Queen, I think. And the Resistance was killed by the rest of our infantry, and I think Marcus too, who eventually got routed and had to depart. Yeah. But all in all, we killed everything that was moving in the north, including the anthropomorphic polar bears who didn't really like that we were coming, including the giant eagles who had decided to group up with those people in the north, and they are all gone now. So we just decided to say, yep, that's it, we win. And so we went back home to do the greatest parade this city has ever seen. Well, if you don't consider the parade on day 1 that also included a lot of murder, I guess. And afterwards, we decided to go back to our usual council business when Miss Passive Aggressive Queen Elizabeth went like, "Oh, did you know? Oh, you probably don't know, do you?" And we were like, "What?" And she was like, "Oh, I hope you don't know, but if you do, then why don't you tell me?" Or something like that. And she was just a total bitch, really. And when she finally told us what was going on, it was apparently a giant volcano spewing liquid death near the Ice Giant's territory. So we were like, oh no, because that's probably someone we know, and that's probably bad. Because if it is indeed the person we know, which would be the Tyrant, then, that's bad. So we decided to fly down there and take a look. And what we saw was, stuff. The same stuff that was in the machine in the Adarium. In the Agathian, sorry. And it's probably just something we don't want to touch. So now I think we have decided to find someone else to touch it for us to see what happens. That's basically it. Oh yeah, Melon raises a good point that I forgot. Frayne, our dear religious advisor, was found dead after he's apparently killed himself somehow after being converted back to Mithranism, even though he was a worshipper of Asmodeus, and now we lost him. So now we at least know that there's someone in the city who is going around converting our people to the good of Mithra, which is something we don't want.
And we threw quite a lot of money and other stuff on that problem, hopefully generating a solution.
Hopefully.
Posted bounties and put organizations on it. Hopefully we'll get something. Also the academy blew up.
Oh, right. That's the thing that happened.
Yep. The artifice wing blew up. There's now a swirling vortex of madness there instead.
Wait, what?
And with the blowing up, my artifact project also blew up. Either the guy was incompetent or it was sabotaged. I'm not sure. But I lost like 200,000 gold in that explosion, so Zacharias is not very happy.
But at least we got handguns now, right?
Mm-hmm. Maybe we can harness the magical vortex into like a vortex cannon or something. I don't know. Maybe something good comes from this, but right now that's a huge fucking downer.
Tyrant clearly did it.
No.
Can you prove you didn't?
Guilty until proven otherwise.
Exactly, that's how we work. Yeah, so that's a huge bummer. Yeah.
Let's go ahead and save my token. At least I planned my level up before.
Well, I had it planned for both possible decisions, but I can't remember which one I went with.
Well then, has everyone finished updating their characters and stuff?
Yeah.
Nope.
I mean, it's unlikely that we'll get
Theoretically.
into a fight this session, so it really doesn't matter, does it?
Can
Unlikely
I
to get into a fight, you say?
I
Chloe back?
mean, unlikely to get into a fight when we're delving down into
Or-
a volcano of liquid
I
doom.
do, but I just didn't want another one of her, her name.
I think I usually delete them.
Oh, okay. I'll just...
The Chloes.
Which I think I've been thinking about too much to say pro now, because my mind said Zoe as you were saying Chloe.
Can I get Zoe back? Yes, I believe you were currently located. Well, outside on the. Can you gather up in the group? It makes it easier to move.
Hang on.
We're together.
Like over here at the coins, right?
But there's more coins over here.
Not those coins. Little coins.
What little
You're
coins?
done to be moved. Move over here. Move to the selected area.
Please move to the extraction zone.
I wish there was a way. So I got a class feature, right?
Dick,
that-
are you with us
I'm-
here, or
Yes.
Are you done?
Yeah.
you have not moved to the selected area?
I know I haven't. I've done it. I've not done it on purpose.
Alright.
It's because I'm wondering, like, is there a way to edit just my touch AC? Because I got a class feature that makes it so that my shield gives me +1 touch AC. But
Just
I
make an item that somehow applies only to
I
touches.
tried.
There
Just,
was-
just, just
one of
for now,
those.
remember that your touch AC should be higher and don't
Right.
edit anything.
In my experience, you usually remember your own stuff. Now I can
Right.
move you.
I was just wondering if there was a way to add it to my token.
Now I can move you all. Did you hurt yourself, Jonas?
I had to reset my
Sure.
temporary hit points.
That makes sense.
And there we go. Azorius is now completely done.
The only thing I
Now
haven't
I'm gonna
done,
seal you away into darkness.
Hang on,
the only,
hang on.
the only thing I haven't done is update my spell list on my token. You remember you want the spell list on our token?
Oh, that one. I think
I ha-
you said your spell list and your token. I was like,
Okay. I am
that's
ready.
everything.
On my token.
Yeah.
I haven't updated that yet.
Right,
Might
I got
get to
new
that
spell
one.
slots. I need to look at that too.
Yeah, Jones, like I had a similar moment, which I just found. I looked at like how ability scores had changed. I just realized like I have so many like extra like per days I haven't been keeping up on as
You're
my
so
Christmas got better.
small.
That's that. Him saying that is a bad thing because that means there's something bigger than us.
You were going.
lot.
You were looking at a. You were here, at the edge of the slowly encroaching darkness.
What a nice place.
So
Nice place.
Twirls and moves towards you.
Well, we should throw something into the darkness and see what happens.
Tyrant,
Oh, Chloe!
No.
Just dip. Just take a dip. You know,
I could throw a
touch-
fire elemental in there.
touch
See what
the
happens.
with the tail. Just a little.
Why did you put her there?
Should I throw a fire elemental in there? See what happens.
Sure.
Don't know if Manic
It's oil. The entire thing turns into flame.
Would be pretty great. Be kind of into that.
I will summon a fire elemental because I have that spell. Mark it off.
Sure.
1 second. It's a large fire elemental. Which is there and there. Hello.
That's a fire elemental.
Yes.
Then you send it forward into the stuff.
It can't disobey.
Sure. As it enters, sort of this here is like the withered area. In front of the area. As it just sort of gets within, like, a little distance, you actually see, like, some of the darkness sort of lunge out to touch it. And it just... It disappears.
Disappears as it
Turning
is.
to just a whiff of smoke, flare of fire. So
Mhm.
just
As if it was just.
snuffed out.
All right.
So he got murdered.
Can we find something like a rabbit or something around here?
No, there's nothing living staying here.
Well, I just want a corpse.
There's nothing dead here either. It seems
There's
that
a
all the
king in your
animals
back.
probably fled.
Half
I
a
mean, didn't we say that we would get like a vampire spawn or like a random undead dude and see how undead reacts
I'm
to it?
like just raise a skeleton and throw that in and see what happens.
can always teleport away and teleport back. That
Yeah.
shouldn't take too long.
No. Teleport to Gaston Hall or the nearby village. Grab someone. Get here.
Sure, you can grab a dude.
Yep.
And the
Just a
person
random
bakes and
You
screams.
sir have been elected for a random search.
People crying as he's snatched.
People, what are we moving? People, can we just walk up and say, "Excuse me, sir"? Touch him and then poof, gone. We don't need to do the whole like darkness coming and like maniacal laughter.
No, just some people show up, offer you a handshake, and you disappear.
Yeah. Gone. And then we kill that dude. And raise him as a skeleton.
Oh god.
And
Oh, but
25 gold pieces.
sure, I'll deduct 25 gold pieces.
It's an
Why-
important part.
Why did you move us here?
Because you're a little closer. Well, it's coming
And,
closer as well.
Just don't cross this line.
And I'll send the skeleton in, see what he does.
Sure.
Just in
Skeleton
case
just
the
walks into it.
Does it like give a shit?
No.
Very well.
all right.
Zacharias will then look at the others and say, well, wait here. And he will poke it.
Well, I don't think you really. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say I don't think you really care because you can just like float over it.
Well, it's the area.
Well,
is
we
dark.
have two options here. Either we go
Not
in
a
there.
whole lot happens. I mean, it's sort of, just flows like sort of a thick liquid over his bony figure.
Does it offer any resistance to him? I mean, he has the freedom of movement ring, but I mean,
Yeah, it probably would, but
So
not.
So it's like a viscous slime, not really a gas or anything.
Yeah.
So
Well,
seeing
I
as
mean,
how-
there's sort of a gaseous thing around it, sort of wisping around. Imagine like a, like a magma that sort of has a lot of evaporation, like steam almost, sort of black smoky.
You shouldn't have sold the crab, guys.
Well, I see an immediate solution, right?
What?
We just
sold
turn
what?
everyone in the kingdom undead.
You shouldn't have sold what?
The crab.
Oh, the crab.
You want to dive into the. You want us to dive into the liquid death in a mechanical crab?
Yes. Isn't that the
Yeah,
best idea ever?
I'm down.
Are you insane?
I mean,
but I think
I
that
guess
question
the
is slightly
main
redundant
advocates
at
for
this
this
point.
plan. The main advocates for this plan are going to be me and Jonas, because whatever happens to you guys doesn't really affect us. So
Well, Zacharias looks, can he pick something up in his fingers, or does it just?
As he sort of tries to pick it up, it just sort of slithers between them and stays in the blob.
And if he uses like a scoop or takes
A scoop thing.
yeah, if he has like a
He can get some. However, it sort of again evaporates out and sort of begins to fall down. He can sort of in a little bit of time have a little scoop of it though.
yeah. I mean, I would like it in like a bottle, so I can what do you call it?
A vial of darkness.
A vial, exactly. I want it in a vial with a stopper in it, so I can maybe take a look at it in like
Sure.
laboratory conditions.
Sure.
Okay.
It seems to be evaporating inside the vial, but you still have the gas sort of captured
Okay.
in there.
So this is what they mean when like those esoteric rituals
Isn't
say
it
like
kind of like what we did with that cow? Remember?
cow.
Cow?
Yeah, I remember. Don't you remember I
The
got
cow in Devon, yes.
yeah, I got that.
What?
I got some. You remember that dude we found that was filled with all kinds of weird stuff, and I took a vial and gave it to a cow to find out what it would do.
Yes,
Oh.
I do remember the cow now. Oh,
Annika said it evaporated inside the vial as well.
you guys are disgusting.
interesting.
What? I think Kyron ate it.
Melt cows when I'm not here. Well, shit, I think I probably was there, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
if you know like esoteric rituals, they say like the blood of pure darkness. This is clearly what they meant.
If I remember correctly, Jake suggested Marcus drink from the cow, but then he reconsidered it, and others were like, "What, a cow?"
Just sink his fangs into a cow.
Well, remember, it evaporated inside the vial as well.
Mhm.
What I got from that corpse with the sickness.
Mhm.
Got down with the sickness.
Down with the sickness.
Yep.
But it just, I got an epiphany when he said that it evaporates inside the vial because the sickness did the same. The tears of forgot. Yes, did the same.
If we cast something like Zone of Sweet Air or something similar, like would Zacharias think that something like that could keep this at bay? So someone living with something like that cast on it would actually like have a bubble around them for this stuff?
I mean, can't like all of us fly?
Yeah, but we
Is
might
it-
need to go
we
into
go-
the mountain, right?
True.
I mean, we could get life bubble.
Well,
I
can we
suppose,
see
maybe.
the mountain from here? Like, or how far are we from? the
You
mountain?
can sort of see it in the distant. It's quite far away.
Manakai?
Dude, if this
Very
is
far away.
if this is a cursed zone, I'm gonna play Okami.
That is
Kami.
the first bit of life bubble. Does that sound like something which could protect us in a situation?
I can make a.
You can certainly try.
They all,
Oh
It
god!
might
Well,
work,
if
it
you
might
fail,
not
you
work.
like evaporate. So
I don't want to.
I wouldn't trust it.
Well, we get another fire elemental. We throw that on it, and
Why
We
not
certainly
something
could.
living?
I mean,
Well, Fire is alive.
Well, I guess while you guys fuck around with that, I'm gonna demonstrate my new fly speed and go check the mountain out.
Did you want to get that close on your own?
Sounds
Yeah,
like a
I mean-
really
I mean-
stupid idea,
I'm,
but sure.
I'm undead, and like if I fall in, it's like, oh, now
That's
I'm
not what I'm
in
worrying
it,
about. I'm worrying about if there's any creatures in there.
right? Well, I'm not gonna
Oh,
like go into the
Zacharias
mountain.
can
I just want to
teleport,
like
so he can get away
survey
with it
closer.
easily.
Well, I can teleport also, so that's good too.
Just go in there and scout, you undead silly people.
Yeah.
Instead of trying
Like,
to
I
put
don't
the
wanna
living
go
people
into
into
the
bubbles and sending them into their certain death.
I'm just trying to figure out how to get all of us in there, so we don't have a session where like
You
half
can-
the party is somewhere else.
I can teleport.
You guys
30
do that. I
feet.
just want to go like check the mountain out.
I just want to point out I can teleport 30 feet.
You begin to fly.
I don't
want to
like go
fly over
in.
there.
I just want to like.
You'll
look
see
at
sort
it
of as
closer.
you're there, it's sort of almost like bursts, like bubbles, almost like jumping up to try to grab you. But you can sort of easily move up, and it seems kind of just random as it's sort of doing it regardless if you're there or not. Like it doesn't seem to target you specifically.
It's a cursed zone, I'm telling you. This is Okami. I'm gonna play Okami soundtrack.
So, as I get
Okay.
closer to the,
You move. You see the mountain sort of really just black, like obsidian of this stuff.
so it's like coming out the top, like it's a volcano, or like.
Yeah. Like you see, as you fly all close, probably takes longer than an hour, certainly. Flight from here. You sort of see there's sort of gashes in the top of the mountain where it's just pouring out from.
So Manakai,
Are there like any ways into the mountain, anywhere where it's like clear?
The holes where it's pouring out from.
Oh. So if I like fly over said hole, is there like?
They're in the side, so
Oh, okay. So I could
No.
go like.
you can go completely just straight into them.
Well, right, no, but are there any places that don't have like? Basically, where the living party members could go in without touching. Black group?
It is in all of them. However, you think with a bit of flying skill, you might be able to fly above the liquid, sort of scraping the ceiling of the tunnels. Unless, of course, they narrow down further in. But
Right.
probably you'd want some sort of. I mean, if it really does target living things, then it would be very hard because you'd keep dodging it, not get touched.
Okay. Well, I guess they have time to experiment while I go there, check it out, and then come back. But I'll start to fly back after investigating it. I mean, I'm not living, so I can't test if it does target living people, you know.
Hey, Manico. I will summon another large fire elemental, cast Life Bubble, which will be affecting technically the 3 living party members and the fire elemental, and send it in, see if it still implodes.
Sure. It moves closer, and the shadow stuff lunges out and just sort of evaporates it again.
Okay, it's still snuffed out.
It's not a vapor, it's sentient.
Well, you know, it was worth trying.
Does Zacharias
But if I-
feel like empowered by touching it?
No, it doesn't really seem to be doing a whole lot for him like that. He doesn't feel threatened by it, really. I mean, it's just kind of oozy.
Yeah.
It's an attack, but not against us.
Well,
Tyrant
I mean,
is-
you would probably die if you touched it.
Well, I mean, the entire thing here. I think it's simply the way the Tyrant has chosen to finally provoke Anfaria.
You keep saying that. I don't think so. I don't think he cares.
How do you contact him?
I think. Oh, I'm used to sending usually.
Why don't you contact him and get him to get his ass over here?
He usually doesn't answer.
I thought you all had talked to him.
Yeah. But he is difficult to get hold of.
Well, apparently not
Yeah.
for everyone.
He's
Tyrant
the
talks-
person. He's the person who doesn't answer his Skype messages.
Yep, he's on Do Not Disturb all the time.
No, he's, the offline, but you're not offline.
He's
Such a-
hiding.
Yeah, it's bastard move.
I have just contacted him. I asked him if this is indeed an attempt at provoking Anfaria and if it will work. He said it is working.
It's working, yeah. Well, there's a lot of goop.
Well, I think that's pretty much saying that yes, this is his doing.
Oh yeah, he's definitely doing it.
There's no doubt about it.
The question is why. I mean, he doesn't. Did he say yes? I'm provoking Anfaria.
Oh, wait, guys,
Or did he say it's working? Because
guys. I have something important to say to all of you right now. I told you so. There. I was the only one who said not to release that bastard.
I think we all were aware that eventually something is going to happen.
Yeah, we knew something bad was going to happen, because we wanted to see it first.
We really didn't get that much out of releasing him, Yeah, the undeads didn't come out of the ground, but boo-hoo. How dangerous is our skeleton army?
I will note, when we were in there, we did actually struggle a little bit when it came to getting rid of Thorn at times. Most might be the dark blackness was the problem, but, did we really want to be beat up for that?
Still, I told you so. So, what are we gonna do? We can't let that go.
Could just wait, see what happens.
Sounds like a bad idea. It affects the living. I
It's
haven't.
really far away though still. I mean, only the ice giants are currently affected.
Yeah, and the ice giants on our side. I think if we want them to stay on our side, we need to do something about this. We just ended the war. It would be pretty nice to not start another one with the ice giants.
Well, they can't expect us to go fix their problems if they don't even know that we were the ones who indirectly caused this. Indirectly.
I think they kind of guessed it, though. She did.
no, she doesn't have any proof. Enough.
Eventually, I think it's gonna come down into Talonguard. Like, I don't think, even if it is the Tyrant, I don't think he cares really about, like, the Borderlands or, like, the
He does.
Watchpoint.
What basically I've told him in the past has been like, don't touch Talonguard. Like, don't go down here and like reap and destroy and things. And he's been like, oh, fine.
Why would he
And
agree to that?
because he's reasonable and he likes Zacharias very much.
Malachi's smiling.
I
I think what he's doing is pretty damn smart because we know Anfaria hides in the north. So what do? We just kill everything, literally.
I mean, sure. Antharia's probably like, what? What are you
I
doing?
don't like it.
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't want to start a war with the ice giants.
You know, there won't be any ice giants left soon, so we don't have to worry about that.
I kind of like them though. They're pretty cool.
I mean, I will, Zacharias will turn to the group and basically shrug and say that, well, this black stuff certainly doesn't harm me. I don't suppose it harms Marcus either. Looks over to Marcus as he comes back.
It doesn't harm me. And I will tell the information about the mountain as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's coming from the mountain. I don't know how far it will spread. Whatever he's doing requires a tremendous amount of energy, to be sure. Either he is creating this himself, or he has opened some sort of portal to the negative energy plane. Shrugs again. Either way, I don't know how far this could spread. If it spreads to all of Talengard, maybe everyone would be dead by then. Maybe the entire world. Sort of looks at the stuff, touching it. In a way, I don't care too much. Sort of his fingers playing over the goop.
Okay,
But I am
serious. Could you do me a favor?
But I am willing to.
Could you cast mass heal on all of us? It doesn't hurt me, so it's okay.
Before Cash interrupted me so rudely, I was gonna say that I do, of course, have an inclination to help my friends. If you want to try to get rid of this stuff, I can certainly see what I can do. In the end, maybe we will succeed. He looks at the stuff. Karen had an idea. It seems reasonable to me.
I want to see how this plays out.
Well, I don't.
Well, then we have a few options. We either need to find a way for the rest of you to survive this stuff. Some sort of shielding or magical force fields, perhaps, to keep you alive. Or you will have to trust me and Marcus.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
To go in
Maybe
and see if we can
Marcus,
sort this
but-
out.
That's it. I could trust maybe Marcus, but that's as far as I can go.
Inwardly, Marcus is like so proud. He's like, oh,
Because I maybe can trust you?
yeah, maybe. See, that's the most anyone's ever put forth toward him. No, that's
Well,
not true.
well, you know,
Marcus trusts himself very much.
well, I can trust Marcus to not do anything I wouldn't want to do.
We could always do a commune and try and divine information about the situation.
That was just what I was going to suggest. On the one hand, I think Asmodeus would find it very swell if we finally got rid of Anfaria. On the other hand, Asmodeus probably wants to have people alive to worship him.
Mm-hmm.
At least getting more information about the situation is probably a good idea.
Well, both Marcus and you have direct link to Asmodeus, so
If you want to conduct some divinations, that is fine with me. I will take some of this stuff back to my lab, see if I can figure something out.
Keep the bottles closed. You don't want it killing any of your servants.
White Senate student.
Not too many living servants left in the lab.
Is White Senate student still alive?
Let's see, I haven't converted him yet, I think.
So yes.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Malika and I should probably have talked about that. Oh well. He's alive for now.
Make him a
Maybe next
vampire.
week he won't be.
That sucks.
So
He's gonna be great. He's gonna turn out fantastic.
Hey Jake. Hellbrand has a commune, right?
Yeah, I can do it if you don't want to.
Well, the point is I have to pay for it, you don't.
It's all about the money.
No,
I mean,
no.
we're all about to die, but I really don't want to pay any money right now.
The point is saving every penny is a good thing, right? If you can do it for free and I have to pay 500 gold, might as well do it for free.
Yeah.
You're muted, Manic.
Asmodeus surely appreciates the stingy acolyte.
I'm saving the money for when he most needs it in his name. Plus, I'm going to be feeding him souls. He's fine. I also don't have very much money left.
Yeah, I can do it. What questions should I ask? Like, do you guys have any? Like, obviously, like, what is this? Is it the Tyrant? Etc.
It's the Tyrant. I think the question is redundant.
I don't think it's the Tyrant.
Well,
I just literally asked him.
I am almost 100% certain this is the
How
Tyrant.
many questions do we get?
What's the cast level of Hellbrand?
20, I
Not
think.
sure. 18.
We get
something
enough
like that.
question.
We get as many as there is cast levels in Hellbrand, which is a lot.
It's I think he's an artifact, which is probably 18 or 20.
Well, we might as well use a question to ask if it's him. And then we can all bet after that say.
You should check how many. Let's see here.
One question per caster level, so
I
20.
don't know what is Hellbrand's caster level.
I don't think it's I'm just
It's
saying to you,
either
I don't think his
18
cast
or
level was
20.
20.
Either way, it's in the dozens, which I don't think we have for questions, that is.
Go with 20 if it's from Hellbound.
Okay.
20 questions? Well, I think we
Can
can.
be answered by yes or no's or short sentences if that is absolutely necessary.
Well, then we might as well ask if this is the Nameless Tyrant's work. If we have 20 questions.
Whenever you ask a question, please write the next number in the chat so we can keep track.
Okay.
Sure.
So, question number 1. Is this the Tyrant's doing? I assume we want to ask.
Yeah.
Obviously, with all the bowing and scraping as appropriate when speaking directly to the Dark Lord. But yeah. Mm-hmm. Is this black goop crap that Tyrant's doing?
Yes
Hey.
and no.
They're both.
Please elaborate. No.
It's probably the Tyrant has activated some form of ancient mechanism or something that is
Yeah,
doing
probably
this.
it was here already, and the Tyrant.
So he initiated it, and then it's the machine that's actually doing it. Maybe something like that.
You know, if you want to confirm it, you could always ask if it is the Tyrant who started it. He started it.
It's not super important, I think. It's more like how we're gonna get through it.
So.
I think the main question is whether we should oppose this at all.
I think we should.
You want to ask that?
Yeah, I trust Asmodeus. Should we oppose this?
Yes.
Okay, there's the answer.
Alright.
One sec, we need to mark a number 2 in chat for that.
Yeah, sure, we can
Will
ask.
this spread without limit to take over Talongarden?
Yes.
That bastard!
Do you know of a way that living members can survive it?
Yes.
Yes.
Will you send a messenger
wait.
to our realm to inform us of this way?
Oh,
Aw.
insolent.
Well, worth a try.
Insolence.
I'm sorry.
You don't tell him to send you someone.
He
I
asked.
asked him nicely.
Yes, nasty.
You know.
Yeah.
That's the kind of shit you off sacrifice something for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You don't do it as part of your free commune.
Tried at least. We've got more questions.
Is there a way for us to stop it?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's good.
Does this involve are the creatures that were coming up from below the ice involved?
Yes.
Ah.
Okay, I have. Can I ask a personal question here? It has something to do with the situation.
You can ask Marcus whatever you want. He's the only one who can direct the questions.
Is the tablet you want destroyed in there?
Does Marcus ask that question?
That's
No.
my question.
Well, not right now. Not as question number 7 specifically.
But we've had 7 questions at this point asked. We have brought out
Right.
8.
It's not as number 8 specifically then.
All right.
I don't know if it's worth asking, really.
Why not? We have 20 questions.
I guess.
Well, the answer is yes.
Woohoo!
I guess I'll ask it then.
Well, you just did.
We have 12 more to go if we want to use our limit, but
Well, didn't it say if necessary, a sentence will be muttered?
If necessary, yeah.
Short sentence.
Short sentence. So
Up to 5 words.
we could try and ask.
Like what is the name of the spell that will protect us?
What is your favorite color?
No, we could ask
What is my best save?
how to stop it, and he could give us 5 words that explains how.
You might just give it unclear.
Maybe, but
He'd probably answer something like, "Fucking figure it out yourself, you worthless minions."
he would never say that.
In the end, it's up to Jake, because Jake is the communer.
Right.
He takes all the shit for stupid questions. So.
Yeah, exactly. And I already asked one stupid question.
So we might as well do more.
What was
Well,
that?
no, I don't want to be utterly and irrevocably destroyed.
What was that question?
If he would send a guy to tell us how to get in.
Oh.
Just, no,
We could
you
ask
sacrifice
like,
3,000 gold.
do we have more time to prepare before having to oppose this or something?
You can
so we know.
ask. You can ask things like, where is the key to stopping this? It can be like in the mountain or north, or like in the ancient lands of Kalimdor. Like, so you get a where to look. Because right now it's like, can we stop it? Yes. Well, I guess we.
I mean, the most obvious way is really just going inside with some sort of protection spell.
We don't know what spell.
Well, we don't know if what we need to stop this is inside. There might be something else we need to go find. Like the Scythe of Erasmus, or like the Key of Doom, something like that.
Protective Scythe of Erasmus.
Did you get your staff?
No, it blew up.
Oh,
Quite-
that's
quite
the one that blew up?
cataclysmically.
Yeah,
Yep.
Sorry.
it all
Well,
blew
you get
up.
the playing of
It was
artifacts.
not obvious who.
I didn't know that was the one that blew. Why did it blow